So welcome to class, everybody. Welcome to practice. Welcome to yoga. Thank you for coming. We're all on the road to getting our vaccines, right? Some of you have already gotten both doses, which is great. Congratulations. That's wonderful. Some of us haven't gotten any, but that's okay. Well, we're patiently waiting in line, practicing our yoga. To me, it's all yoga. Just, this whole process is just another opportunity to practice yoga. So I was reading my books and I listened to some wonderful videos on YouTube by some swamis that I love to listen to. They really inspire me. And the phrase that came to mind today was that there is one reality behind all differences. There is one reality behind all of the differences. There is a unity behind all of the apparent diversity. So this is really the heart of the teaching of yoga, that we're all one. We're all one, and if we begin to see that, we experience a peace. And when we don't experience that, we're separated, and we have all of these differences. And sometimes we even fight about those differences. But yoga says, look deeper, keep uncovering layer by layer until you reach the reality. And the reality is just that, the one reality behind all of the differences. And in Sanskrit, that's called sama drishti. Sama is the same or evenness. Drishti is the sight. So seeing the sameness, or the reality, the one reality behind all of the differences, this is yoga. So please switch the cross of your legs. I know some of you really enjoy when I talk about philosophy, and some of you can't wait till I'm done with it. So I appreciate your patience in whichever camp you're in. So please spread the backs of your thighs outwards and pull the buttocks flesh back, so that there's an evenness. There's that word again, it comes up all the time, sama. So have an evenness on your sitting bones. Bring your hands onto your thighs and move your thighs down, and then grow taller through the sides of your trunk. Bring your outer shoulders back, and then lengthen up through the sides of your neck and the crown of your head. But relax the back upper neck muscles down. Close your eyes, remove any glasses. And whatever's going on around you or inside of you on this morning, shift your attention to your practice. Yoga practice begins now. Now bring your hands to your heart center. Lift your chest upwards. Attract your mind to your heart. Come from that sense of fragmentation and scatteredness into a more one-pointed, mindful place, bringing your head to your heart. Come from diversity to a sense of unity. Be present in your heart. Draw your senses of perception inwards. Settle your eyes back. Draw your ears inwards. Find space inside your ears. Relax your jaw and your tongue down. Let your skin of your face be soft. Connect your mind to your breath. Connect your body to your breath. And please join me now for 3 ohms. chest upwards and bow your head downwards. And just take a moment to reaffirm why you practice yoga: to be healthier, to be more well in your body, your mind, and your mood, and to take care of yourself. And then release your hands down to your thighs with your palms upwards. Raise your head and slowly open your eyes. Okay, welcome again, everybody. What a great thing, right? Just to make a conscious choice, just to take care of yourself. If you do that on a regular basis, it really works. Okay, so now let's start today. So stretch out your legs. And we're going to start in a restorative pose, Supta Baddha Konasana. So if you have a bolster, I want you to get a bolster or something resembling a bolster. And then you have a blanket or a pillow for your head. If you have one of these Mexican style blankets, I just make it into a tri-folded blanket. 1, 2, 3, an accordion tri-fold, like that. And if you don't have a bolster, you can lie flat on your back. That's one thing. Or you can make a makeshift bolster with a rectangle blanket. You can put 2 of these on top of each other. They can be towels. Okay, and then have some blocks nearby, blocks or extra pillows. Just have them outside your legs. Bring the bottoms of your feet together. And then you put your belt, have a loop in your belt. And I'll show from the front. Just, if you know the pose, just go right into it. You don't have to watch it. If you know the pose, Supta Baddha Konasana, and we're doing it with the bolster vertical. Sometimes we do it horizontal. If you're less familiar, you bring the belt over your body. Okay, so it comes all the way to right to the top of the buttocks there. It's pretty low down. It's definitely not in your back. Here, it's at the top of the buttocks. And then you bring the belt through your inner thighs and around the bottoms of your feet. And then you make the belt taut. Now, if you have knee sensitivity, so Margarita, make sure not to make this belt too tight. And you can even do it without the belt if you feel any knee sensitivity, anyone with knee sensitivity. And then when you sit in front of this bolster, so it looks this way, and then when you sit in front of the bolster, sit a little bit away from the bolster. Don't just sit right against the bolster, especially if you have a thicker bolster. That's going to be too much strain. And then Barbara, make sure to, take a few moments to either move closer to the bolster or further back. If you have back sensitivity, you have to kind of, with all of these poses, find the right place for you. And then once you're back, you lengthen the buttocks flesh and you bring your spine down and you bring your blanket under your head and then you put your blocks at any level, under the outer thighs, outer knees. And then you make sure, I'm wearing long pants today because it's kind of chilly here in the studio. Chilly for this area anyway. I know some of you are dealing with much colder weather. Okay, so Supta Baddha Konasana. So really make sure that your lower back is happy. Again, you can always move further away from the bolster, closer to the bolster. Make sure that your inner thighs are not screaming. Have some support outside the inner thighs. Make sure that your head is slightly slanted downwards. So you don't want your head falling back. That's the way. Good. So allow those outer thighs to be supported by the blocks or the pillows. So it's a very gentle but super effective hip opening pose. It opens your hips. You need to have more height under your head, Margarita, because your head is falling backwards. Make your forehead higher than the bridge of your nose by using height under your head. It's also a very gentle chest opening pose because there's nothing under your shoulders. And so the outer shoulders can go back. Now, if you're on the floor, it's less extreme, but still the outer shoulders move back. Make sure the back of the neck is long. And then to help get more length on the sides of your trunk, lift your arms up alongside your ears and extend. Extend your arms. Turn your palms to face each other. You can even have your thumbs going down towards the floor and then away from each other so that you have a sense of your outer armpits wrapping up towards the ceiling. So lengthen the right side of your body from your right hip all the way to your right side body, to your arm, to your fingers, and then the left side in the same way. And then Marian, you get longer on that left side. And also Marian, turn the abdomen from that right side to that left side. Good, and now hold your elbows behind your head. So you're holding the elbows and you're pulling back, and you're also moving the forearms down. Now, if this feels uncomfortable, if you have any shoulder sensitivity, please just go back to straight arms or just bring your arms back alongside your body. And then become aware of the sensations of your body breathing in this pose. So in every single yoga pose that we do, the sensations of the body breathing are different because the breath moves in different ways as we take different shapes. Let your jaw relax, let your tongue relax, let your eyes draw back. Restorative poses work with the nervous system. They heal the nervous system of imbalances. Sometimes we're doing too much, and we get short-tempered, impatient. Sometimes we're doing too little, and we feel exhausted, lethargic. Now extend your arms again and lengthen both sides of your trunk evenly. Palms are facing each other. Lengthen the sides of your body to your arms and your arms beyond your fingers. And then hold your elbows again, but switch the cross. Keep pulling the elbows back, pressing the forearms down. Keep your neck soft, your jaw soft. Try not to let your eyes roll back into the head. Just drop the eyes back, straight back into the head, away from the eyelids. Find space inside your ears. Recover from overdoing or underdoing. This is a great way to end your week or begin your weekend, depending on how you look at it. Good. Now, once again, extend your arms, inhaling. Keep that length. Don't lose the length on the sides of your trunk as you bring your arms back alongside your body with your palms up. And then just stay there for a few more breaths. Okay, and then to come up out of the pose, just press your hands down, palms down. See if you can lead with your chest. If you have any neck sensitivity, put one hand behind your head or just roll to the side and then come up, lead with your chest. That's it, good. And then take the belt off of your feet and take the belt off of your body. You can just roll to the side also if that feels better. Peg, yeah. So feel what you can need to do, very good. And then stretch out your legs and push the fronts of your thighs to the backs of your thighs. That's it. Great. Okay, and then lie down on your back. Have your bolster on the right-hand side. We'll do Supta Padangustasana. So have your bolster on the right-hand side. Make sure you can still have a blanket or a pillow under your head. Make sure to have room on the right-hand side because eventually we'll be bringing that right leg out to the side. So just lie down on your back and then lengthen your buttocks flesh towards your feet. Press your elbows into the sticky mat to lift your chest and then lengthen the back of your neck. And then put your belt on the bottom of your right foot, the big toe mound and the little toe mound of the foot, and extend your right leg up and extend your left leg out. Yes, just bring your right leg to vertical right above your hip, unless you need to slant it a little bit away from your chest, which is also fine. And then hold the belt with two hands, and your elbows can be up and apart, or they can be down on the floor if that feels better for your hands. Good. Focus first on your left leg. Make your left leg longer as if you're lengthening your left leg away from your left lower back. And get the back of your left thigh down. Even move your tailbone towards the floor. And then push your right thigh away from your head and your chest. Make sure that your right leg is straight, your left leg is straight. So this is stage 1 of Supta Padangusthasana. Now stage 2, you start to pull your right foot a little bit closer towards you. Maybe you're just coming to 90 degrees, or maybe you're coming past 90 degrees. But make sure that your left leg stays down, your tailbone moves down. That's it. Keep moving the right thigh back away from the right abdomen. Make sure that your right leg doesn't drift to the left a little bit. It tends to do that. Okay, now hold on to the belt with your right hand. Make sure that the bolster is really close to your outer right hip, outer right thigh area. And then you bring your right leg out to the side until you have the support. You can also use a foam block. Anything really works. And bring your right elbow down to the floor in line with your right shoulder. So make sure your bolster isn't too high. That's it. And then make sure that your right foot is in a straight line to the right of your right hip. So don't let your right leg kind of drift away from your head and your chest. If anything, bring the right foot a little bit higher than the hip. And then make sure that you're not tipping over. Looks like you're tipping over a little bit, Vic. So see if you can put more height under your right hip. Fold that blanket and put more height under that right hip. Yeah, make sure that your pelvis is level. Think of those levelers that architects use to see if a floor is level. So you would want that green bubble, that's your pubic bone. You would want that green bubble to be right in the center. So make sure that your pelvis isn't tipping. That's much better, Vic, much better. That's it. Yes, good. Good. And then as you push into the belt with your right foot, extend your right inner leg. Find some sense of freedom, some sense of length on that right inner leg. Allow the outer right leg to be supported. Those with knee issues, make sure to straighten the leg so you can really inner knees, outer knees, fronts and backs of the knees are all lengthening. You have to visualize like there's a cage on the knee and it's all just opening up that knee joint, creating space where there's compression. That's what causes the pain when the bone starts to go into the bone. That's not a good situation. So you want to create space. Now move your left leg more to the left. Left foot more to the left, not dramatically. Keep moving your outer left thigh down, left waist down. Keep reaching your left arm to the left. So you should feel like your body is spreading in two different directions, like water on the floor. It's just broadening. Relax your jaw, relax your tongue. Think of your outer right knee pulling back into the right hip. So there's a connection there. There is a connection, outer right knee to the right buttocks. That's it. And then Marian, on this side, lift up your left arm and lengthen from your left foot all the way beyond your left fingertips and keep strongly moving the left abdomen down. That's it. Now come back to the center. Hold the belt with your left hand. Bring your left leg also back to the center. And then bring your right leg over to the left a little bit, not too much. Keep your back right waist down. And again, make sure that your right foot hasn't kind of drifted down away from your head and your chest. So see if you can bring your right foot up towards your left shoulder. May not go all the way, but yeah, that's the direction. And your right hip and your right outer thigh are moving away from your right shoulder. So Peg, just FYI, your leg is bending again. So straighten that, that's it. Straighten the leg, there you go. Move the abdomen back from the left side to the right side. Keep rolling that inner left thigh down. Barb, if you can, bring your right foot any further up towards your left shoulder. Yes, that's it. But move your right hip down. Move the right hip down, and don't do extreme actions, Barb, until you're, back in your practice, right? Good. Some of you can come a little bit further over, but keep moving, have the action of the right waist moving down. Use your breath. Keep reaching through the inner edge of that right foot. Good. And then come back to the center. Just put your belt across your chest or someplace to the side and just draw the right knee into the chest. Interlace the fingers on the front of that right shin or the back of the knee to create space. Those of you with knee issues, put your fingers all the way up behind the knee, like you're pushing the back of the knee up deeper in. That's again creating space. And then stretch your left leg out. This is Ekapada Pavamuktasana, which is really great for the back. The right knee is up. You're interlacing the fingers on the front of the right shin or the back of the right knee. Good. And the left leg is out. Okay, now stretch out that right leg and then just lift up your arms for a moment and stretch your legs away from your arms. Have your feet hip distance apart. Have your arms shoulder cap distance apart. Stretch your feet away from your hands. Stretch your legs away from your arms. Get as long as you can. Keep both sides of your waist down. Good. Now inhale, and as you exhale, bring your arms back alongside your body, and let's bring the left leg up and belt your left foot. So belt the left foot. The big toe mound and the little toe mound of the foot. Hold the belt so your hands are going to be apart. Of course, put your bolster on the other side. I should have mentioned that sooner. Sorry about that. Have the bolster on that left-hand side and then belt your left foot. And then focus on your right leg. Get it to go down. Get it to lengthen and get it to go down. Get it to lengthen as if you're growing your right leg out of your right lower back. Yes. And now with your left leg, push the ball mound of your left foot up. Grip your left knee and move the front of your left thigh back. So see if you can straighten that leg even more, Peg. That's it. Yeah, your work is just to keep opening up those knee joints, the bottom knee and the top knee. Good. Make sure that the top of your chest is broad. Your chest is still lifted. Back of the neck is long. And now stage 2, start to pull your left foot in. Any amount. Maybe it's an inch. Maybe it's more than an inch. Maybe you're just trying to get your left leg closer to vertical. So everybody's at a different place, right? But don't let your right leg come up. Keep pressing the right leg down. Move your tailbone down towards the floor. It's the opposite of tucking the tailbone. Yes, move your left thigh away from your left abdomen. Don't let your left leg drift to the right. Keep the outer left foot in alignment with the outer left hip. Nice. Now hold on to the belt with your left hand. And then inhale. As you exhale, bring that left leg out to the side. Make sure that your support is right outside that left hip, outer left thigh area. And bring your left elbow down to the floor in line with your left shoulder. That creates space on both sides of the trunk. Good. Make sure that you're not tipping over. So remember that little green bubble. Make sure it's not moving. Keep it right in the center. If it is, then use more height under your left outer thigh. And make sure that your left foot is in a straight line out to the side of your left hip. Some of you could bring the left foot a little bit higher if possible. That's the way. And then, good. Push out into that belt with your left inner foot and start to extend, elongate the tissues, the skin on that left inner leg, the tightness there. Now move your right leg a little bit more to the right, so your groins are open. Keep your outer right thigh down, keep your right waist down, and keep reaching your right arm to the right, in line with your right shoulder. So you feel like you're spreading again in 2 different directions. And then as you lengthen that left inner thigh, turn the abdomen from the left side to the right side. Good. And on this side, Marian, it's just turning that right arm to get that right shoulder blade to lift, press it, suck that right shoulder blade into the back. And then have a slight sucking back from the outer left knee into the left buttocks. So there's a firming there. The outer left knee into the left buttocks. There is a firming. Good. Now come back to the center and let's go to the other side. So bring your right leg back to the midline as well. Hold the belt with your right hand. Inhale. And then as you exhale, take your left leg over to the right. But keep your right toes up. Keep your inner right knee moving down. That's the way. Keep your left foot coming up towards your right shoulder, but your left hip is moving down away from your left shoulder. Make sure that your left shoulder doesn't come up. If your left shoulder is coming off the floor, you've gone too far to the right. Your left shoulder should be down. Good. So keep your left waist down, move the abdomen from the right to the left, and then use your own judgment. As long as you can keep that right shoulder down and you're not tipping over, you can bring the left leg a little bit further over, but keep using your breath. Exhale, move that outer left hip down away from your left shoulder. Keep the legs straight and suck your abdomen back towards the spine. Good, you guys. Now come back to the center. Just put your belt to the side and draw your left knee into the chest. Interlace your fingers around the front of the left shin or the back of the left thigh, or push your fingertips up into the back of the knee. Stretch your right leg out, Pavamuktasana. Good. And then again, stretch out your left leg and lift up your arms again. Pull your legs away from your arms. Get as long as you can. Heels away from fingernails. Grip the knees, grip the elbows. Press the thighs down. Good. And now bring both knees up into the chest. Wrap your arms around both knees. And just soften the thighs down into the abdomen. Keep your tailbone moving down, your sacrum moving down, outer shoulders down. Good. Now let's do a gentle twist. Okay, so bring your feet down to the floor. That's it. And shift your hips to the right side of your mat. So shift your hips to the right, but bring your knees up and over to the left, all the way to the floor. Bring your knees to the left, hips to the right, knees to the left, all the way to the floor. And bring your knees up towards your arms, towards your left arm. Bring your knees up. Now, if your right shoulder is coming way up, take care of yourself and put your bolster under your bottom left knee. If your right shoulder, you might have to put that bolster under the bottom knee. Some of you, if your knees are apart, you might have to put something in between the knees. That's it, because you want the knees down and you want the knees together. That's it. And try to have your feet at the same level as your knees. Feet at the same level as the knees. That's it. Good. So bring your knees higher up towards your arms. Higher up, higher up, higher up. Draw the toes up to the knees. That's it. Good. Now put your left hand on your top knee to give it some weight. You can put your left hand or the back of your left forearm. Either one will work. And then lift your chest upwards, create space. Draw your abdomen backwards towards the spine and turn. Turn the abdomen from the left side to the right side. And then reach that right arm out away from your right shoulder and broaden your right chest. So you should feel like your right pectoral muscle is moving towards the shoulder. Move your collarbone and then lift that right shoulder blade into the back. That's it. Turn your abdomen, turn your ribs without turning your head. Nice. And you should feel some stretching on the back. Very good. Now let's release and we'll go to the other side. Okay, so press your feet down and then shift your hips to the right side and bring your knees over to the left side. No, I had it wrong. So bring your hips to the left and the knees now to the right side. Yeah, just the opposite of what we did. Of course, move your props, those of you who need to. And then once you have your knees over on that right-hand side, draw your knees up towards your right arm. Draw your toes up. Try to get your feet and your knees at the same level if you're using height. That's it. And then put your right hand on your top knee or the back of your right forearm with your right palm upwards. And then lift your chest, get space, raise your chest upwards, and then draw your abdomen back to the spine. And now turn the abdomen, that's the name of the pose, from the right side to the left side. Make sure that your left shoulder is down. And then reach that left arm away from your left shoulder and see if you can move the skin on your left chest. So your left pectoral muscle, can you stretch it? Move it to the left and then lift your left shoulder blade up into the back. Relaxing your jaw, relaxing your tongue. Beautiful. Okay, and now release that and then just roll to that same right side, that's fine. And then come up to sit or come up to stand rather. And we'll do Ardha Uttanasana. So put your hands, I'm going to use a chair, but you can use a wall, you can use a desktop, you can use anything around. So I'm just going to use this chair just because it's centralized to the camera. We will be using a wall space today, so if you don't have a wall space, try to organize that because we're going to do some supported poses with the wall. So I have my hands on the back of the chair, but notice how I have my hands, they're flat. I'm not turning my hands this way. Unless you're at a wall. Of course, if you're at a wall, you'll have to do that. But you just want your hands to be flat, and then you go back. Ardha Uttanasana. And then bring your feet. You know, you can see for yourself. Maybe your feet can be as wide as the sticky mat, or maybe your feet can be as wide as your hands. But definitely have some space. And have your feet slightly turned inwards. Slightly turned inwards. Yes. Make sure that your feet are directly under your hips. They're not back behind the hips. That's good, Peg. That's fine. And then move your hips back. Move your hips back. Yes. Walk your feet further back, Peg, so the feet are right under the hips. Heels wider than toes. Press your heels down. Pull your kneecaps upwards. Good. And move your thighs back. Move your hips back. Good. That's it. Marian, you could bring your feet a little bit closer to the chair. Now with your hips moving back, reach through your fingers or push into the wall with your hands. Reach through the fingers, press the hands down, lift your inner elbows upwards. Don't let your abdomen drop to the floor. Keep the abdomen connected to the spine. Nice, hips back, head is right in between the arms. Beautiful. And now look forward towards the chair, walk forward, release that pose, Ardha Uttanasana. Very good. Now some of you will repeat that. Okay, and I'll show you what I want you to do to repeat it. Others of you can do downward dog with your hands turned out at the wall. So you can have your inner thumbs, your inner index fingers pushing into the wall so the short edge of your mat can come to the wall. If you're not going to do downward dog, you can repeat this one this way, or you can also turn the chair around and you can do it this way. So one of those choices, either repeat what we did, or you can do this. The hands are on the seat of the chair, or you're doing downward dog with your hands pushing into the wall. So I'm giving you options. Nice. Repeat. That's beautiful pose, Victoria. That's an excellent pose. That's like a picture pose. I would use that for a brochure if I was going to say what that pose was. I'm serious. So lift your kneecaps up. Nice, Barbara. No, have your palms flat on the chair. Have your hands flat on the seat of the chair because you're not pushing the chair away from you. You're pushing down. It's a different action pushing down than pushing forward, isn't it? That's it. Yes. So lift the kneecaps up. Good. Move the thighs back. You have to bring your feet a little bit further forward, Peg. Move your hips back. Nice, Marie. Those of you doing downward dog, start with your heels lifted to maximize the height of your hips. If you're on the chair or the wall, don't lift your heels. Just keep your heels flat. And then once you have the hips lifted, the arms straight, move your chest back, and then reach your heels back and down. Good. Excellent. Okay, now either walk forward towards the chair or just lightly bring the knees down to the floor. Super good. Okay, now this is where you want to come to a wall. So if you have that wall space, put the long edge of your mat against a wall. Have the long edge of your mat against the wall there. Because we're going to do our poses today with the support of the wall. So, as you all know, at the end of the month, we start to focus on restorative poses, we focus on pranayama, we focus on philosophy, but we also use support for our poses. So all the poses we've done today have been with support, with walls or chairs or belts or floor. So just stand, have your back to the wall, and have your feet hip distance apart. Have the inner edges of your feet parallel. And of course, stand close to the wall, but you have to make a little bit of room for your buttocks so you don't feel like you're being pushed forward. So just stand in Tadasana. Have the inner edges of your feet parallel. Spread your toes. That's it. And bring your head back. Move your head back. So lift your kneecaps up. Move your thighs back. Move your thighs back. Move your buttocks down towards your heels. Draw your abdomen back. So if you have a big space here, if you can put your hand there, that means your back is overarching. Don't let your back overarch. You don't want it flat against the wall, but you definitely don't want to be arching your lower back. That's how you're going to create troubles in your back. So with the sides of your waist moving back, lift up through the sides of your trunk, bring your outer shoulders back, that's it. And then turn your palms forwards and press the backs of your hands into that wall. So thighs back, buttocks down, abdomen back, outer shoulders back, head back. That's the way. Very good. Now, keep that turn of the upper arm so the top of your chest is broadening, but just turn your palms to face the sides of your hips and then raise your arms upwards. Urdhva Hastasana. Go up with your arms. And there's no end to how far you can go up. Did you have a question or something, Marianne? You have to unmute yourself so I can hear you, love. Or else chat me, either one. Yeah. Okay, so raise your arms, take your feet further apart, Barb. Take your feet further, that's just hip distance, that's it. Move your thighs back, move the buttocks down, abdomen back. When you lifted your arms, did your abdomen go forward? Please become aware of that. Stretch your side body to your arms and stretch your arms all the way beyond your fingertips. Urdhva Hastasana, that's it, good. And then relax the back upper neck muscles. Now turn your palms outwards, bring your arms out to the sides and down. Very good. Now, let's bring the arms out to the sides this way. So extend your arms. And then from the tops of your arms, revolve your arms and keep reaching your arms away from your collarbones. Now, when you're doing this, is your back arching? See, mine does that, but I have to really watch. I have to bring my abdomen back so I don't overarch my lower back. So that might be your tendency. It may not be. So just be aware, just in case. And then go all the way up again. Go all the way up. Now turn your palms forward. That's it. Now, just notice, if you bring your arms all the way back to the wall, doesn't your back arch? So you might not be able to bring your arms all the way to the wall. If you're in truthfulness, your arms might have to be a little bit slanted away from the wall to keep the integrity of your back. The integrity of your back is more important than how far you get your arms back. But bring your head back into the wall. Head back should be back, buttocks down. That's it. And then raise the arms up, palms forward. Just look straight forwards. Beautiful. And now turn your palms outwards and bring your arms out to the sides and down. Very good. Okay, now have a chair on the right-hand side of your mat or something, a stool, anything. Have a chair there and we'll do Trikonasana. So bring your feet together once you have your setup. Stand with your back to the wall. Okay, and your chair is on the right-hand side. Now raise your arms up and then step your right foot. So your right foot comes under the chair. Step your left leg out under your left hand. So you're going wide and you still have the wall. I'm leaning back into my wall. It just feels so nice to do all of your poses at a wall. Yeah. So good. Now turn your left foot slightly in. Turn your whole right leg out from the top of your thigh. So there's that turn. I'm sorry you can't see that better. I'm just wearing longer pants today, although it is slightly getting warmer in here. So press your heels down, lift your kneecaps up, lift your chest. Good. Now bring your left hand onto the hip and reach your right hand towards the back of the chair. Especially, that's it, Mary. Good. Go to the back of the chair. So straighten your right leg, turn your right leg out, make sure that your right kneecap is going straight upwards, especially peg. Look at your right kneecap. What's happening with that kneecap? That's it. Lean back into the wall. Lean back, straighten your left leg. Don't let your head drop to the right arm. Keep lengthening the right side of your trunk. Roll your left shoulder back. Lean back into that wall, and then bring your top arm up. And just experience this version of the pose. Straighten your legs. Turn your right leg out. See if you can bring your right buttocks away from the wall. It won't come, but just that's the action, right? And then press your left foot and come up out of the pose. Excellent. Now turn your right toes forward. Very good. Bring your arms and your legs back together. And we'll do the other side. So put your chair on the left-hand side, or if you have two chairs, you can use two chairs. One on each side. So stand with your back to the wall. That's it. Be secure, and then raise your arms up. And then step your left foot out under the chair. And step your right foot out under your right hand. But still be close enough to the wall that you have that sense of the wall supporting you. Good. Now turn your right foot slightly in. Turn your left leg all the way out from the top of your thigh. And turn the inner left leg to the outer left leg. Now bring your right hand onto the hip and reach your left hand to the back of the chair. Of course, move the chair closer if you need to. Press your left leg down. Don't let your head drop. Use your head as a device to lengthen your spine. So turn your left leg out, especially peg, become aware of your knees, right? Make sure that left kneecap is going straight upwards. Your leg is straight. Both of your legs are straight. Lean back into the wall. Move your right shoulder back and then lift your right arm up. Lift your right arm up. Lean back into that wall. Keep drawing your left buttocks any amount away from the wall. Now press your outer right foot and come up out of the pose. That's the way. Turn your left foot forward. Bring your arms and your legs back together. Good, and let's go the first side again. Very nice. Okay? So Marion, on this next side, you're gonna stay there. You're gonna stay in that first version. Everybody else, or a lot of you, will go a little bit lower. Okay, so bring your feet together, and then raise your arms up and out, and then step your right foot out under the chair. Step your left leg out under your left hand. Maybe you can go a little bit wider the second time. Lean back, have that support if possible. Turn your left foot slightly in. Turn your whole right leg out from the top of your thigh. The right toes are going to the right. Right kneecap is really turning. Good. Now go to the stage we just were in. Left hand onto the hip. Bring your right hand onto the back of the chair. Marion, you stay here. You can lift up your left arm. Everybody else, you can bring your hand down to the chair. Maybe that's your pose, or you can bring your hand down to your leg. But I want you to lean back into the wall. Head back, lift your head away from your chest, lean your head back. And then once you have that sense of stability, press your heels down, pull your kneecaps up. Yes. Bring your right buttocks forward. Keep moving that left thigh back. That's the way. Now, stretch up your left arm and lean back. The arms should, that's it. Arms are in a straight line. That's it, Marion. Yeah, you can bring that left arm right alongside your body. I think I was misspeaking, but you corrected yourself. So thank you for remembering. Yeah, very good. That's good. Lift your head, straighten your arms. Beautiful. Now press your outer left foot and pull yourself up out of the pose. Excellent. Turn your right toes forward. Bring your arms and your legs back together and then stand in Tadasana. Good. Yes, so Marion, I was mistaken. I was giving you right direction, so I apologize for that. On this side, you want to stay here. You want to stay with that left arm extended. Okay, so let's try the next side. So bring your left foot, bring your chair to the left-hand side. Stand in Tadasana, bring your arms up, and then step your left foot out under the chair and step your right leg out. Make sure that you're close enough to the wall. Now turn your right foot slightly in. Turn your left leg all the way out from the top of the thigh. And keep turning the leg. Turn that leg. Good. Now bring your right hand onto the hip. And then Marion, this is where you stay. On this side, you just stay here. That's it. Good. With this left arm extended. Everybody else, you can bring your hand down to the chair or you can bring your head down to the leg. You can see, but really lean back into the wall, straighten your legs, turn your left leg out, lift your chest, lift your head, and then the top arm comes up in a straight line. Yes, that's the way. Very good. Yeah, just lift that top arm up, Marion, in a straight line. Like that. Yes, like that. Beautiful. That's great. Lean back into the wall. Nice, Barbara. Keep your arm in a straight line with your left arm. Yes, nice, Peg. You got it. Nice, Marie. Nice, Vic. Everybody, beautiful poses. Press your outer right foot and come up out of the pose. Excellent. And then come back to Tadasana. Now for this Tadasana, you can bring your feet together, okay? Unless you have any balance issues or hip issues, work with your feet apart. That's always more forgiving. Even if I don't mention it, it's fine to be in Tadasana with your feet apart. Otherwise, make your two legs one leg. Again, have some room for your buttocks. Don't be so close that you're being thrown outwards. So press down through your heels, spread your toes, press down with the bottoms of your feet, pull the kneecaps up, move your thighs back, buttocks down. Abdomen, what's happening? Is it overarching? Bring the sides of your waist back. Now interlace your fingers, turn your palms forwards and raise your arms up. Good. And again, as you raise your arms up, if you just bring your arms back, what happens with your lower back? Does it arch? Anya, I know you do that. So make sure that you're not doing that. I can't see you, but I remember you. I remember your body very clearly. So move your abdomen back. Move the abdomen back. Even if the arms have to come forward, the arms are secondary to the lower back. Your lower back, your neck, and your knees are always the priority. Everything else comes second. Very good. Now bring your arms out to the sides and down. Interlace your fingers again in front of you, the less habitual way. Turn your palms forwards and go up. Go up. That's the way. And as you move your thighs back, move your buttocks down, keep lifting through the sides of your chest. Ask yourself, is my abdomen coming forward? Don't let it. Even if your arms don't go all the way back, that's okay. Go up with your arms. Up is the first action. Back is the second action. Back comes later, after the shoulder is opened more. Very good. Now bring your arms out to the sides and down. Okay, now we're going to do Virabhadrasana 2, facing the wall. Okay, so you face the wall this way, and then take the legs wide apart. I'll just show you the pose. I'll show you the shape of the pose in case you don't know that. Remember the Sanskrit. So I turn this leg out. So this is Warrior 2 pose. Okay, so but I'm using the wall to pull down. So I'm helping my upper body lift out of my legs. The pose becomes lighter. I do this every morning with my kitchen sink. It works really well. Okay, so stand facing the wall, maybe about a 4 arms distance away from the wall, and then take your legs wide apart. You can always just lift up your arms for a moment and make sure that your feet are out under your hands. Now bring your fingertips onto the wall at the level of your chest. Turn your left foot in slightly. Turn your whole right leg out from the top of your thigh. Make sure that you have a heel to arch alignment of your feet and that you've really turned your right leg out. And then keep your fingertips on the wall. Bend your front knee to a square. Bend your front knee. So good. Now, as you bend your front knee, get your knee right over the ankle. Now look at your right knee and ask yourself, is my right knee dropping in towards the wall? Can you move your right knee away from the wall? Yes. And can you bring your right buttocks towards the wall? That's the action of the pose. That's it. Good. Now straighten the knee again. Straighten. Good. Make sure that your hips are level. Don't let your left hip be higher than your right hip. Very good. Now, once again, bend your front knee. Bend your front knee. See if you can get your knee over the ankle. If it's coming really well, move your left foot further back so that you can get your right hip lower. And then ask yourself, is my right knee dropping inwards? Move it away from the wall. This is a great way to work, Peg, to give you more direction of the knee. That's it. Right buttocks towards the wall. Now straighten your left leg. Yes, good. Now straighten that front knee again. Good. Turn your right toes forward and we'll do the other side. So turn the right foot in a little bit. Turn your left leg out. All the way from the top of the thigh. Left toes forwards. Now bend your left knee. And make sure that your left knee is coming right over the ankle. And make sure that your left knee isn't dropping towards the wall. Move your left inner knee away from the wall, even as you move your left buttocks towards the wall. Good. Now straighten. And use the wall as a helpful device to get taller, to make the pose lighter. So don't just be in front of the wall. Use the wall as a prop. Okay, let's do that one more time. So bend your left knee. That's it. Move your left knee back away from the wall, the inner left knee. Move your left buttocks towards the wall. Now straighten your back leg. Straighten the back leg. That's the way. Good. Okay, now come on up. Turn your left foot in. Bring your arms and your legs together. And then come and watch. So watch what happens. So I'll show on this other side. Well, I'll show on this because you're going to do this side first. So I bend the knee. All of you got that. And the knee is moving back. The buttocks is coming forward. This leg is straight. But a lot of you, your body was turning a little bit. Your upper body was turning. So can you keep these actions in your legs, but the abdomen turns this way and this shoulder moves back. So you can push into the wall to get this shoulder back. So my upper body doesn't turn. The opening is in my legs. Okay, let's try it again with the awareness of the upper body. So stand facing the wall, about a forearm's distance back. Take your legs wide apart. Turn your left foot in slightly. Turn your right leg out from the top of your thigh. That's it. And make sure that you're not too close to the wall, maybe at a forearm's distance away. Heel to arch alignment. Now inhale. As you exhale, bend your knee. Get your knee right over the ankle. If you can do it, move your left foot further back. Make sure that your inner knee is moving back away from the wall. Your right buttocks is coming towards the wall. Make sure that your left leg is straight. Now turn your abdomen to the left and keep your left shoulder back. Push into the wall with your left fingertips. That's it, Marianne. Good. Yes. That's it. Good. Lift your chin upwards. Beautiful. That's better. And now come up and we'll do the other side. So turn your right toes forward and then turn your right foot in. Turn your left leg all the way out from the top of the thigh. Have a heel to arch alignment of your feet. Fingertips onto the wall. Now bend your front knee to a square. Get your knee right over the ankle, left knee, and then make sure that your inner left knee isn't dropping towards the wall. Bring it away from the wall. Move your left buttocks towards the wall. Keep your right thigh straight and moving back away from the wall. Now turn your abdomen. You can use your fingertips to the right. Move your right shoulder back. Push into the wall with your right fingertips. Lift your chin up. Yes, very good. Now straighten the front knee. Beautiful. And release. Super good. Okay, now some of you will repeat this. You'll have your hands on the chair or the wall this way, but some of you can go all the way to the floor. So some of you can go from this pose and then you can bring your hands to the floor and take your head down. So either Uttanasana with the head down or Uttanasana on the back of the chair or the wall. So you choose which one you're going to do, which is better for your body and your mind today. Remember, the poses are for the body and the mind. Good choice, Barbara. That's it. Yes. Make sure that don't let yourself hang. Arms are straight. Make your wrists straight. Make your wrists straight. Make your fingers straight. Don't grip the chair. That's it. So palm, there you go. That's better. So legs are straight. They can be hip distance or mat distance, heels wider than toes. That's it. And then if your hands are on the chair, pull your hips back. Keep your abdomen lifting. If your hands are on the floor, keep your hips right over your ankles, but move your side ribs down, move your head down, pull your legs up into the hips. That's for everybody. Super good. Okay, and now bring your hands to the hips. Reach the chest forward and up you come. Okay. So now we're going to do one more standing pose, Ardha Chandrasana. We'll do it with the back against the wall. So you have your chair or your block. Let me show you how it looks. You have your chair or your block, and you really just need to have your right hip supported by a wall. It doesn't have to be, everything. But I have my right foot a little bit away from the wall, and then I just come forward and I either have my hand on the chair Ideally, you want the hand right under the shoulder. That's really good. Otherwise, you can bring your hand down to a block. Okay? So let's try that. Ardha Chandrasana with your hips supported. So your right foot is a little bit away from the wall. The chair or the block is all the way against the wall. The chair or the block is all the way against the wall. That's it. And then turn your right toes to the right. Bend your right knee and bring your hand down to the chair or bring your hand down to the block. And lean back into the wall. That's it. Just keep your left hand on the hip. Lift your left leg up as high as your hip. That's it. Lean back. Make sure that your right foot is directly under the hip. Nice, Barbara. That's it. Make sure that your right foot isn't turning in. That's it. Yes, lean your left shoulder back. Lean your left shoulder back. Lift your head and chest. Nice, Victoria. Beautiful. Very good, Marie. That's good. Okay, now come down and we'll do the other side. Very good. Okay, so move your chair to the other side or your block. And then stand with the left hip near to the wall, but your chair and your block are all the way out the wall. Turn your left toes should be turning to the side. Face your prop. That's it. And then bend your left knee and bring your left hand down to the chair or down to the prop. Make sure that your left foot isn't turning in, Barb. It looks like it's turning in, your left foot. Yeah, make sure, that's it. Straighten your left leg. And then Marie, shift more towards your left. Shift more into your left hand. Even move the left block forward more. Move the block forward. That's it. Shift your left hip more to the left. Lean more into the ball mounds of your left foot. You're hanging in your left hip a little bit. Move your left hip towards your left shoulder. So left hip towards the left shoulder. No, that way, towards your head side. Yes, like that, like that. That's the way. Yes, very good. Lift up your right leg. Flex that right foot, Marion. There you go. Nice. Lean back into the wall peg. Lean back into those books. Lean, 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 lean. Look to the camera. Lean back. That's it. Yes, like that. And then come down. Very good. Let's go to the other side. So what happens, watch. So this is just for Marie. Marie, what happens was we all do this. Means you're getting more flexible, which is a good thing. But then you have to counter that, right? So that's the challenge. First, we work all the years and years to get less stiff. And then once we're more flexible, then we have to back off because then you can go too far. You know, flexible people get injured much more than stiff people. It's true. So you were a little bit like this. It's maybe hard to see because I'm wearing long pants, but you're hanging here and they're straight. So you have to shift forward. That's it. So you're not hanging in the joint. Shifting forward, okay? So get ready for the other side. Have your right toes to the right. Bend your right knee and come down. Peg, see if you can really lean back. Can you get where you can lean back? Lean back into the wall. Lean back, lean back, lean back. Move your, yes, lean back. Lean all the way back into the wall, into those books. See, can you bring your left foot as high as that couch? That's better, Marie. Beautiful. Now lift up your top arm and reach it upwards. Lean back into the wall. Lengthen your spine. Now you've got it, Peg. That's it. Yes, nice, you guys. Take that left arm alongside your ear, Marion, alongside your ear, all the way, all the way, all the way. Beautiful, there you go. And then come down, you guys. Last time, second side, those were all better. Okay, so classic Iyengar. We do a pose and then we repose. And it's never fails. It comes a little bit better the second time. Your body is used to it, your mind is used to it. So last time, Ardha Chandrasana, left toes facing to the left hip supported. Bring your hand down to the chair or to the block or whatever you're using. Okay, have your left hand directly under that left shoulder. Straighten your standing leg. Make sure that your left foot isn't turning in. Nice, Barbara. That's it. Lean your right shoulder back. Lean back. Abdomen back. Abdomen back. Now lift up your top arm. Lean back like you're taking a nap on the wall. Lean back. Spread like water on the floor. Yes, on the wall rather. Yes. Very good, you guys. Okay, now release. Excellent. Super good. Okay, now find your chair and we'll do a little twist. So come and sit. And have the back of your chair facing the camera and have a block in between your knees, a foam block, or you can use a bolster and the bolster will come in between your feet and your knees. If you're using a bolster, that's fine. Otherwise, just a block in between the knees. And then just take a moment and sit after those standing postures. Acclimate yourself to move from standing poses to seated poses. Make sure that your toes are straight forwards, your knees are straight forwards. Balance your body weight evenly on your sitting bones. Good, now raise your arms upwards. Urdhva Hastasana. Keep the abdomen back. Inhale, and now turn towards the chair and bring your hands down to the sides of the chair. That's it. Pull the chair downwards, lift upwards, and then turn. Turn your abdomen from the left side to the right side. What happens is this side becomes longer. The side we're turning towards becomes longer. So shorten that right side, lengthen the left side, especially for Marion. Lengthen that left side, pull your left hand, pull the chair to the left, and with your right hand, push. And roll your shoulders back, move that right shoulder blade in, lift your chin, just like we did on the floor. Do you remember? I asked you to lift your chest and then draw your abdomen back and turn it. Connect the abdomen to the spine. Don't turn your head as much, turn your abdomen and your ribs. Head is the last thing. And now release. Very good. Let's go to the other side. So have the block in between your knees. Have your toes going straight forwards. Balance your body weight on your two sitting bones. Bring your arms upwards, inhaling. And then as you exhale, turn towards the back of that chair. And then bring your hands down. Pull the chair downwards. Lengthen upwards, especially on this right side. On the right side. So lift your chin, and then with your right hand, pull the chair to the right to get the right ribs to come forward. With your left hand, push into the chair. Roll that left shoulder back. Lift your chin. That's it. And turn. Turn your abdomen. Turn your ribs from the right side to the left side. Pull and push. And release. Very good. Let's do the first side again. So come around. Good. Now as you balance your body weight on your sitting bones, keep your abdomen back, raise your arms upwards. Now this time, hold your elbows and pull your elbows upwards. Do you remember how we did this in the first pose in Supta Baddha Konasana? So use this as a way to lengthen the sides of your trunk upwards. Now, as you do that, make sure that you're relaxing your back upper neck muscles downwards. That's it. Good. Now turn towards the back of the chair and then bring your hands down. Okay, now some of you are going to stay here in this first position. This is fine. Be conservative if you have any doubt. Otherwise, you bring your left hand to the center of the back of the chair, if it's possible, on the chair that you're working with, and you bring your right hand somewhere on the seat of the chair. So it becomes a deeper twist. Squeeze the block with your knees, draw the abdomen back, lift your chest, pull with your left hand, pull to the left and pull up the chair seat. There's a bend of both elbows. Turn your abdomen, turn your chest. You might even feel it more in your rib cage. And release. Very good. Come back and we'll do the other side. So balance your body weight evenly on your two sitting bones and then raise your arms upwards. Hold your elbows, but then switch. Just reverse across and pull the elbows upwards. Go up, up, up. And then turn towards the back of the chair. That's it. And then bring your hands down. Good. Now, maybe you're doing this one again. Be conservative if you have any doubt. Otherwise, you bring your right hand to the middle of the chair and you bring your left hand somewhere along the seat of the chair. Squeeze the brick with your knees. Lift your chest. Draw your abdomen back. Use your breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, turn. Exhale, turn. Draw the abdomen back. Pull with the right hand to the right. Pull the chair seat up with your left hand. Lift your chin and then release. Very good. Okay, now come up out of that and I want you to have your chair and I want you to put your chair in front of something. So I want you to put your chair either in front of a bed or another chair. I'm going to show you. I want it to look like this. So your chair will be in front of something. So maybe it's going to be a chair, another chair like I have, or maybe it's going to be a bed or something. Your feet are wide, wider than the chair, and then you just come forward. This is called Pavamuktasana. But we're going to do that, but before you do that, I want you to put a blanket here. I want you to put a thin blanket, a thin folded blanket, right at the top of the thighs. This way. Some of you can make it a little bit thicker if you're on the thinner side. So you have a blanket there. You can also have a bolster on this. If this feels too low, you can put a bolster there, but it feels really good. This is called Pavamuktasana. The same pose we do on the back when we draw the knees into the chest. So again, if you need to, you can always build this higher with a bolster. You can be like that. Otherwise, so your feet can be slightly turned out. Barbara, FYI, this is super good for your back. And what the heck is that blanket doing? The blanket is teaching you how to draw the abdomen back towards the spine. Draw the abdomen back towards the spine and then rest. That's it, yes. You should feel a broadening of your lower back fascia, and even the middle back is broadening. This is super good for back challenges. Nice. The feet are directly under the knees. The feet can be slightly turned out. The abdomen is drawing back. The buttocks is down. The sides of the trunk are lengthening towards the elbows. Switch the cross of the arms. Okay, and then slowly come up. And I'd like you to do a supported shavasana today, first with height. If you have some height, put a bolster in front of your chair. And you can always have a blanket for your head, but you just go and you have your hips on the bolster, and you have your legs on the chair in this way. So you're just getting a very mild inversion. You can even put some blankets on top of the chair if you want a little bit more height, but I'm not going to require that. So this is what it looks like. You have a bolster under your pelvis. You have your legs on the chair, and your arms are at your sides. Of course, feel free to have a blanket under your head, especially if your head is going back in this manner. You know, have something under the head there. So it's half Vipariti. So your hips are supported on the bolster. That can be blankets, pillows, as long as they're on the firmer side. And your legs are supported on the chair. You can have a blanket for your head. Nice, Marie, that's it. Now have your knees up. That's good, Peg, what you're doing. Excellent, yeah. Find different creative ways to work with the props that you have around. That's how all of the props came into being in the first place. Guruji just looked around and said, well, why don't we use that? And then make sure that your buttocks flesh is, elongated, and that your sitting bones are on the far edge, the chair side of the bolster. So the sitting bones are just a little bit over the bolster towards the chair, and that the sides of your trunk are elongated. Lengthen the back of the neck, turn your palms upwards. If you have glasses, take them off. So we started the class in a restorative pose. We're ending the class in a restorative pose. So just become aware of the sensations of your body breathing in this pose. Whenever you're becoming aware of the sensations of your body breathing, that's called mindfulness. It means you're in the present moment. You can't breathe in the future or in the past. And it's extremely beneficial to our lifestyles today, which are pulling us in all different directions constantly. Yoga and mindfulness are solvents, antidotes to so much of our life today. See if you can really relax your belly, your organic body. Keep feeling your conscious choice to be well, to be healthy, to be aligned. Keep seeing the reality behind all of the differences. That underlying reality, it's there. Now take your bolster out from under your hips and just rest in shavasana with your legs supported on the chair. If you have height on the chair, you might have to take the height away from the chair as well. That's a personal choice. So just make sure that you're comfortable. Make any adjustments you need to make. Let your legs be as wide as the chair. Bring your arms a little bit wider than your side body. Turn your palms upwards. Lengthen the back of your neck. And just let go your legs now. They've done the work. Let go your arms. Release your lower jaw away from your upper jaw. Bring your eyeballs away from your eyelids. And find again that sense of space, spaciousness inside your ears. And let go. Now bring your hands onto your body. And after your next exhalation, take a deeper inhalation in and have a longer exhalation out. And follow that longer exhalation out. And then repeat that. Have a longer inhalation and a longer exhalation. And then draw your legs away from the chair and roll to your right side. And come up to sit. With your spine tall and your chest open, have your palms upwards. Just take a moment to receive and integrate the effects of your practice. Bring your hands to the heart. Let me please acknowledge all of those who just finished today, the 21-day yoga challenge. Congratulations. I wholeheartedly acknowledge you. So good for you. Keep going with your practice. Lift your chest upwards, bow your head downwards. Namaste. Peace and blessings to everybody. Have a beautiful Saturday.